What do you accuse a government of that are bringing in hundreds of thousands? There might even be over 1 million of them illegal migrants here. What do you accuse them of when they're literally putting the safety of the children and the women and also of the everyday men? A lot of men are being killed in fights and car rammings in and around city centres. You call them traitors. You accuse them of treason. That's what they're doing. If you're not working in British interests, you are a traitor. If your allegiance lies to some offshore bloody financial sovereign fund that's being pumped by fucking billionaire Arabs, Chinese, whoever, you're a traitor. Now, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit. My friend Auditing Britain, AB, you all know him as, got jumped by a small platoon, 15 to 20 illegal migrants. I don't know what order I'm going to do this video. I'll probably do the ranty one first and then do the kind of Hebden Bridge, Yorkshire one afterwards. But it's filling me with dread. Like, you know, everyone's a target now. Even anonymous guys who no one knows his face. And then it was faceless guys with balaclavas came to beat the absolute living daylights out of him, probably try and murder him. And it's only by the grace of God that the man's alive. I am so pissed off. Like, I'm in beautiful, green and pleasant England. You know, I've got 4 English children. God bless them all. I miss 3 of them. I'm alienated from 3 of them. L, M, and I. Try and keep them a bit anonymous, but people know who they are. They know, you know. If you know them, tell them I love them. Tell them I think about them between 80 and 100 times a day. I'm not going to cry on video. I'm not going to do a big emotional thing. My kids don't want me to be sad. My kids want me to succeed. And when I am eventually reunited with them, I need to have, you know, I need to provide for them. So I love you guys. I love you deeply. I'll always be your father. That's going to be infinite. You know, I'll go to the ends of the earth, but I'm being alienated from you. And of course, I get so effing destroyed when I see lefty, scummy, dirty, nasty, communist suckers of the satanic phallus try and spread lies saying I'm not allowed to see my children. Of course, it's all bullshit. Of course I'm allowed to see my children. It's just that dark forces possess people. So many men are in the same boat. And of course, I just need to remember October 7th, the amount of parents in Israel, the amount of grandparents, and my suffering is nothing compared to what they're going through. And I hang my head in shame that I even bring it up. But I do hope the message gets out to my children, how much I adore them, how much I love them, how much I think about them all day. It's like a horrible pain in my brain. I hope they don't miss me as much as I miss them. I don't want them to suffer. At least they're with blood relatives. You know, they're with the grandparents and with a mother. It's not the same for the October 7th people. And there's someone walking towards me now, so I'm going to pause the video just for a second. Good news, ladies and gentlemen. It was a viewer, very friendly guy. Damien, this one's for you. Thank you for saying hello. And hello to your wife as well. Where was I? Yeah. Very humbling, you know, like, and if you're going through shit, if you've been destroyed, if you've been humiliated, if you're being made to eat literal shit, okay, not literal, but if you're being made to eat metaphorical shit all day, just spare a thought for people going through something so much worse than what you are. Have some perspective. Realize that your moping, your feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to do anything. Stay strong. Take your suffering with dignity, with manliness, with honor, and don't spread it. Don't become bitter and twisted. But speaking of bitter and twisted, UK city centres are clapped. They are effed. Try not to swear too much. Americans don't like the cuss words. Everyone else, the rest of the Anglo world, Australians, New Zealanders, Brits, brains and mouths like toilets, mate. Like, reminds me of a joke. I was at Sydney. I was at Border Customs in Sydney. And he's like, "G'day, mate. Welcome to Australia. Oh, you say you forgot to fill in a section. Have you got any criminal records?" I said, "Whoa, you still need that to get in?" Anyway. Australia was a penal colony for Britain. So that's the joke. But, yeah, I'm just remembering Liverpool. Can't believe the Labour Party conference is still going. And how funny seeing all these traitors waving British flags, England flags, and the craziness. All they talk about is the Reform Party, which is ahead in the polls. Again, like, there was a guy there coming back to the migrant hotel and city centres being stab fests, bomb fests, stab fest, car ramming fests. And no one could have predicted that bringing in over a million, it's in the hundreds of thousands now, a lot more illegal angry migrants than there are British soldiers in the armed forces. No one could have predicted that they would be so angry. Of course not, you know, they're over here in their sexual prime. There's no women for them. There's no state-appointed girlfriend. They're made to live in these hotels, you know, where they're humiliated. I mean, they're not humiliated by us. We're actually using Christian kindness and tolerance and trying to help them. But because they are all brought up on pornography and also on deranged ideologies about conquering people, they see us as weak, as like pathetic Christians, as, you know, they don't understand the message of Jesus Christ. They see him as a loser because they are, you know, their ideology 1,450 years ago rejected the divinity of Jesus. I'm not going to get religious now, relax. But, you know, it was all there for you. You know, the most successful, in my opinion, you know, anyway. They feel humiliated in the hotels. They're sexually frustrated. The government hasn't appointed them a girlfriend yet because we're not that far along the traitor, communist, Leninist, Fabian, Marxist, piece of shit government. Am I about to grab some barbed wire? Yeah, I'm about to grab some barbed wire. But the danger is very real, and we're starting to see it spill over. We're all like, la la la, concept, abstract, until it happens to a friend of yours that does the same job you do. He's a fellow YouTuber. You've all heard of Auditing Britain. And I had a video call with him. I hope he doesn't mind me. I'm not going to go into detail, but the man is very shook up. And for his self-defense against it, I'll talk about it in the Hebden Bridge section. For his self-defense, he was thrown in jail in a solitary confinement cell for 12 hours, freaking out, released on bail under suspicion of grievous bodily harm. So just to show you the two-tier nature of the police, we are in a kind of Soviet police state now. Every day now, another middle-class, normal guy arrested for tap-de-tap social media posts or vocal cord violations. And you notice it's never, sorry, not just middle class, it's always native English people. You're not seeing other people, which, you know, the amount of death threats I get from British Pakistanis, British Muslims, the amount of death threats I get, I don't even bother reporting the latest ones to the police because they never follow up with an arrest, ever. But if you are native British and you tell someone to go to hell, or you call them a spastic or something, they'll come and throw you in a cage like a dirty hog at 2 o'clock in the morning. And Auditing Britain again got treated like a dirty hog, put in a cell because one of his assailants, you know, after they tried to beat him to death with sticks and bottles, they had him on the floor kicking him. He managed to get one punch in, one punch. 1-inch punch. One Bruce Lee punch. The guy got badly hurt. Serves him, you know. Actually, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. I'm going to get done for, what, conspiracy to start a riot or something. You Soviet little suckers of the satanic phallus. It's like a big satanic control freak, evil, dirty, scaly, black, nasty thing. And you just can't get your lips around it hard enough. You just can't get, you're just forcing it down your gullet, like ramming it down your own throat. Like, you're like, guys, it's, imagine 2025, we all grew up, you know, us Generation X, 45-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, people of my age, learning about the Soviet Union, learning about the sacrifices that we did in the World War II to fight fascists and Nazis and communists and control freaks. We learned about the Red Terror, you know, after the Bolsheviks came in. What a great revolution. Oh, started off shooting 5 little children in the back of the head. The Romanov children, the royal family children. The gun jammed halfway through. The kids were screaming in terror. But, you know, Sergei, Vlad, we got to carry on the Red Terror revolution, you know. And when your revolution, spin me round, round, baby, round. When your revolution starts, with executing little children, just like Hamas did, you know you're onto a piece of shit ideology. You know you're onto a piece of shit. And people forget, like, and we're having 20-year-old cops, 22-year-old policemen, 25-year-old policewomen turning up at people's houses, unironically, ignorant, stupid, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They're literally sucking the satanic phallus of evil, tyranny, control, and Soviet bullshit. I despair. We are now in October. We are in October, the two-year anniversary of the October 7th genocide of Jewish people, the on-purpose eradication of entire family lines of Jewish people by Islamist Hamas, by jihadist Hamas, by Islamo-Nazi Hamas. Let's call them for what they are. They're Nazis. They are Nazis. And it's so hilarious seeing lefties in the West supporting Hamas against family-friendly Jewish people. It blows my mind. It just more and more evidence that we're all living inside God's mind, and this is one big moral test, one big spiritual test. How many bullshit pies can you take to the face without becoming bitter, twisted, and nasty, without becoming a demon? And the answer is you have to take all the bullshit pies without becoming a demon. And to all my viewers who still harbor views that the Jews are evil and behind all the evil world events, you got to wake up. You've got to stop parroting. And it is, you're parroting bullshit without evidence. There's no evidence. They're just normal, ordinary people. And then when you use evidence of Jewish success in business to like try and shit on them, like, do you realize how Bolshevik and Soviet you sound? How envious. It's a deadly sin. A deadly sin. Your envy is a deadly sin. Check yourself. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm going to leave it now. This is Charlie Veach. Enjoy the rest of the video. It's filmed elsewhere. Well, now, I hate to say it, but we are in danger. Like, no, not clickbait. Not opening with a dramatic phrase. We are in danger. A friend of mine, fellow YouTuber, auditing Britain, he almost died. He literally almost gave his life in the interests of documenting the going-ins and going-outs of a migrant hotel a bit further south than I am. We're now in Hebden Bridge in Yorkshire, funnily enough known as Britain's lesbian capital. If anyone sees a lesbian, please leave a comment. But AB, as he is generally known, auditing Britain, got chased after filming from across the street. He never entered the hotel. He's not one of those, Channel 4 demons. How do I say this? Obviously, we all know there's auditors that go into migrant hotels and film and get in trouble, and then Channel 4 decided to demonize them and call them disciples of Tommy Robinson. Got to keep my voice down. We're surrounded by, so Channel 4 tried to demonize. But Auditing Britain does not enter hotels. He was filming outside. And please do watch his video. His channel is Auditing Britain. He was chased by 15 to 20 balaclavad, Hamas cosplay, keffiyeh, bandana, face covering people with sticks. Tactical sticks, extendable batons, bottles. One of them threw a bottle. But anyway, watch his video. But only through the grace of God, which he said himself in the video, is he alive and somehow held on to his own phone. Now, people ask me regularly, why have you avoided city centres after the death of Charlie Kirk? And it's not just the threat of demented, ideologically driven lefto commie scumbags, utter, envious, dark little Hitlers for what they are, dressing their ideology and hatred in some window dressing of someone's calling my name, but I'm in the middle of a video, bro. Sorry, bro. I'll take a sip of my coffee. It's not just lefties, man. It's the new feral, runty, urban underclass. Anyway, one moment. I'm gonna see what's going on behind me. Forgive me. People were calling my name and I was curious, so I went and said hello. And yeah, they were nice, friendly. So what else did I discover today? Found out about AB yesterday. Get this, after being chased down the street, do watch his video. He defended himself against one of the balaclava wearing thugs that was, in my opinion, going to murder him for the crime of being British and taking a video on a British street. Evil, pure evil. And for his self-defense, AB was arrested, held for 12 hours in solitary confinement in a police station cell. Very boring, very stressful, very anxiety-giving. And released under pre-charge bail under suspicion of grievous bodily harm, because the illegal migrant may or may not have suffered an injury after AB defended himself. Now, welcome to modern Britain, welcome to Soviet Britain, welcome to Stalinist Britain, welcome to no free speech Britain, welcome to, if you speak your mind online, tappity-tap, vocal cord violation. You know, they can literally take away your personal freedom. They can treat you like a hog, tie you up, put you in a box, get you ready for the market, and terrify the absolute shit out of you. And so, as I said in a recent video, it's safer to stay away from certain people. You know, uncivilized people, people not culturally able to control their impulses. Sorry, psychologically able or culturally able to control their impulses. Now, staying on the subject of migrant hotels, the operations I'm going to say aren't specific to the threat of marauding mass knife attacks coming out of migrant hotels, but they do apply. If you look up Operation Tempera and Operation Plato, whilst the British government is procuring mass casualty infrastructure, body bags, morgues, freezers, it is interesting to look at the details of Operation Tempera or Operation Plato. Again, I have been warning, as have many people, saying it's not safe to bring in hundreds of thousands of unvetted, sometimes released from jails, released from mental asylums, young men, not just of military age, but of sexual peak age, sexually frustrated, no girlfriend for them, no wife. They come here, they imbibe a diet of pornography online, they get an idea about European women, and the reality doesn't match. I'm not usually one to fearmong, you know, or mung some fish or mung some iron. I'm not usually one to mung, but we all need to be warned. There are more angry, military-aged men from foreign cultures, potentially, as I said, from mental institutions and prisons, angry, sexually frustrated, than there are active service people in the British Armed Forces. Now, if that doesn't make you quake a little bit in your boots, you're not paying attention. Oh yeah, and Hebden Bridge.